Hi there, we are here to bring a short review about Italian cinematography. We are a film that has a very interesting point, but as we had discussed, it is not good at all. Let's dive into the cons on the movie. Come on. It is related to Leicester population that live in the feudal economy, the war from the queen, which means the imperial lifestyle. But they don't know that times fast change and that they are linked in our times in the week we are at right lady things come out of control on the power of the queen. In reduce for the government win the fame and the she in translates. The film has an interesting point related to the control of population through power figures and fear of good. What do you want to the show of men in films in the movie? The one views of power, corruption, and the deed claim of noble family who have power of the very large family.
That's just the background to the movie. Our main character is related to Lazzaro, where the way in which the actor who plays the character reflects a kind of tenderness and naivety, showing that he is out of the reality that his character was living at the time, despite his style of life paced through the day as the happiest man in the world. Another aspect of the film to highlight is the miracle that's happened, without straying too far from reality. It shows us the miracle of Lazzaro who revived after many, many years, having a different perception of time since for him only a couple of hours passed. The passage of the time in the film seems a constant time skip in which one jumps from one era to another immediately through an event that's bring us closer to reality. In a timeless way, Lazarus shows us his naivety in the face of the evil that has existed in every age, reflecting that evil has always been present. Finally, many of the events in this film are up to each person. Among these events is the final part where life is ended. As we already know, in today's world we have many reflections of what is shown in the film, and the most important of them is the way in which the power and the dynamic represented by the model of current society that are present in social movement as will called option in some case made it level educate, make a construction of direct device and exercise a democratic power granted by the some community of society. This occurs in a way where power is established and meanwhile the movement can generate change that have effect on the individual using dynamic of communication and creation where creation occurs in the daily practice of the ideologies for which they oppose.
On the other hand, we have a short review about the Kominsky method, which is a hilarious drama series that dives into the life of two older men friendship. The series is featured by Sandy Kominsky and his friend and agent Norman Newlander. They are used to Hollywood's life surrounded by stars, money, and sex. But at a certain point in their life, they experienced changes that they can't notice at all. Their past energy and seduction are changed by prostate problems and chemotherapy. Sandy is an unsuccessful actor who has an actuation academy, taking serious the phrase, who can't perform, can't teach. Several marriages failed and financial problems. There is his friend and his daughter. On the other hand, there is Norman, who has a great amount of money, one wife who was with him for more than 50 years. But unlike Sandy, his daughter is a headache. But always in the meantime, they help each other. Their friendship passed through a lot of problems, which make a more strong relationship.
The scenes are maintained minimalist, worried about personal feelings and expressions. Through chapters, new characters appear adding the story more variety and love. In the end, we can see how all worries and problems are solved naturally, making us thinking about our loved beings. As we progress through the series, we can appreciate the evolution of the characters, such as Sandy, who is shown by life that the things around him change and that he's already getting too old even if he does not accept this fact. Like Norman, a boring man who has been married for decades, who is also taken out of his comfort zone by the life.
Estate, all the money goes to charity.
Fucking father!
I know you're in there.
Sandy, open the door!
$10 million, 5 if you tell.
I brought a lawyer.
All accompanied by a discreet way of doing black humor and satire on common and sometimes imperceptible things, finishing in a comedy that can be more or less difficult or easier to enjoy. Series is composed of 3 seasons, the last of which are available since May 28. In it, we can see several unknown actors which make their roles great. So, we strongly recommend this series if you want to have a good moment. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.